Our next speaker is Dr. Talia. She's the CEO of Bריתערים. It's an organization that works together for the civil rights and the civil society through a collaboration between cities and communities. She's also an assistant professor in the Bar-Ilan University. Talia, the floor is yours.
Hi. So also English is not my mother tongue, but I'll try. Okay, I'll try. Is it better now? Yeah. Okay. Okay, thank you. So, dear friends of Israel and champions of democracy, my name is Dr. Tellya. I'm an assistant professor of computer science. Okay. I'm assistant professor of computer science at Bar-Ilan University. My family lived here for 3 years while I did my postdoc here at MIT and BU, and my husband at Harvard. We are here now on a short academic visit. I am very grateful for the opportunity to speak to you today. Just a year ago, my family and I moved back to Israel, right in the middle of the elections and judicial overhaul. Today, I want to share with you how it's been like on the inside. But first, and since this is my first time here, I'd like to get to know you, all of you, a bit better. So, by show of hands, how many of you were born in the United States? Okay, quite many. How many of you have close relatives in Israel? How many of you are considering moving to Israel at some point in the future? Okay, fewer people. So it's a diverse group, but I think what we all share is our common love for Israel. But not just any Israel. The concept of a liberal Israel, liberal democratic Israel, an Israel that embodies the ideals we've all been raised with: freedom, justice, and equal rights for all, just as it was envisioned by our grandparents who built it. And now, our beloved country is under attack. The rate at which these events are unfolding is truly astonishing. The sheer volume of legislation introduced on a daily basis, the shuffling of budgets, questionable appointments for office, spread of hate speech, and the blatant propagation of falsehood is truly remarkable. And surely, these trends are not limited to Israel. Fascist movements are becoming more and more popular globally, including here in the United States. This underscores the vital importance of Israel prevailing and maintaining its character. We must serve as a beacon of inspiration to others, demonstrating that a relentless struggle for the greater good ultimately succeeds. That's why I explain to those who advise me against criticizing Israel to the global community, to the academic community, and actually to everyone who is willing to listen, it is imperative that we do so. We must raise our voices at this moment, for there may not be another opportunity. We have a responsibility to convey the reality, as concealing it only serves the interest of those who have something to hide. So the situation is deeply disheartening, occasionally even alarming. We witness Israel slipping through our grasps, observing a surge in aggression from the government, police, and even fellow citizens. I myself was also a witness, and also I bear the violence from police and other citizens. But thankfully, there's also an upside. It has compelled us all to awaken from our compliancy and confront the harsh truths. Regrettably, the Israel we once treasured is fading away. The fundamental principles we held close has gradually diminished. And this is why we find ourselves taking to the streets multiple times a week, sometimes even multiple times a day. Our aim is to stop the deterioration, to awaken others that are still asleep, and to garner global attention. Essentially, we are striving to gain more time. And here is my core message for today. More time for what purpose? The protests and resistance movements are incredibly important. They are the lifeline against the overhaul. However, it's not enough to just point out the wrongs. We need to start focusing on what we actually want. Similarly to how we reclaimed our flag and anthem, we must reclaim Israel. Before, we might have believed that just living our lives, raising our families, and doing our best in our own little corners would be sufficient, just like it would in any other normal country. But today, we realize that this isn't enough. We need to roll up our sleeves and get involved. We need to broaden our perspective. As Bibi put it, we need to להיכנס לאירוע, get into the event, literally, or get into the thick of things. So, where do we envision our country heading, and how do we achieve this vision? The what is relatively straightforward. We desire a truly liberal democratic Israel. But the how, that's the challenging part. And that's the most crucial one. Without a clear plan, even if the current government were to fall today, we'd have a slim chance of success. Therefore, we must plan now for tomorrow. It's time to rethink Israel. And now, let me be a bit dramatic. Just as our founding fathers did, we need to craft a vision. We must meticulously plan and work from the ground up to make it a reality. And this is where you all come into the picture. We are all aware of the pivotal role that the US Jews and Friends of Israel played in Israel's establishment. Like in those earlier times, we need you now. Your support, your expertise, your voices, your love for Israel. In collaboration with Tomer Avital, we are striving to bring together all the organizations and initiatives that hold the vision for Israel's future. We aim to gather them in one space and create a strategic plan for rebuilding. We might not have the majority on our side, but we do have the best of minds. What's missing is a detailed action plan, and that's precisely what we're trying to do together. We call it the Day After Initiative. And naturally, I also have a vision of Israel's future of myself. My vision is בריתערים. It entails a federated country where each sector collaborates through alliances formed by local municipalities. Liberal cities united, ultra-Orthodox cities united, and so forth. The objective is to achieve legislative and budgetary autonomy. This is to shield ourselves, the liberal, productive public, from a government that currently uses our own taxes to undermine our education, our values, and our well-being. The only hope in combating the government and the widespread corruption is unity. We must unite the public, the cities, and all organizations and initiatives that stand for liberal values. And together, we must take action to rebuild our nation, from the bottom up. First, we protect our own. All liberal individuals and cities that wish to join the alliance are welcome, as long as they embrace our values. We are done apologizing for our beliefs. We will build, illuminate, and shine, and then others will follow. We will reconstruct a social and democratic Israel, this time prioritizing those in need, not those who opt for poverty, ignorance, or hate. Everyone is invited, as long as they agree that everyone is welcome. We won't tolerate gender segregation, minority discrimination, or any form of hate speech. We won't found schools that fail to teach core values and nurture responsible contributing adults. We will rewrite the social contract that the current government has shattered. We will write a constitution based on the values of the Declaration of Independence. If someone disagrees, that's perfectly fine. They are more than welcome to join other alliances. Only those who align with our values can join the Liberal Alliance. Only those who bring light are invited. So now, I invite all of you to join our alliance as well. Help us build it. Help us reignite the light. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It is a good